let me share my screen. Just a minute. So you got this point, or do I need to explain again?
Yeah, I got it right.
Got it? Okay.
Got
So now if I go to and see one more thing. Suppose by mistake, if you select only one employee, by mistake, if you select only one employee and you can directly close and apply. So in Power BI view, you have data only for one employee. Okay. So
Yeah,
select always all employee.
yeah.
Now select this and now go to this, close and apply. So now complete data is loading. And now guys, we have a next step, which is called as uh, relationship model. And you can see Power BI automatically make a relationship with this line, which is automatically made by Power BI. Guys, please mute. Oh, guys, please mute. If you have any, you can ask me then. Yeah, so you can see Power BI automatically make the relationship in backend. Why it is automatically make? You can go to this. Let me just yeah, go to this file option. Click on this option and setting. Here we have option or data source. Click on this option. The new window is open in just 1 second. You can see the new window is open for current file because we are not working as a global. We are working on current file. Click on this data load and you can see relationship. This tab, okay, this column. You can see these 2 points which is already checked. It means Power BI match your two column. If the column name and column data should be matched, it will automatically make the relationship. But if it is make the relationship or not, you have to remember one thing. You make the always a relationship. Whether Power BI auto detect the relationship in your file is it is this working, but you have to load. Okay, you have to work your own way. Relationship you have to make your own way. Nothing depend on the Power BI that Power BI make the relationship for you. Nothing depend on that way. Sometimes Power BI make a wrong relationship. Okay, so this for this point you Power BI make the relationship. If you uncheck this, please to click on this. Okay, you can see after refreshing your next file, if you load the file into Power BI again, this relationship will not working by Power BI automatic. You have to work manually. So now I'm going to this file option. Click on this option and setting. Here is the option. Click on this data load and now I'm going to check because I want yes Power BI make the relationship. I'm just review if the relationship is correct, then I'm going to same way, otherwise I need to replace the current relationship. Just click on this okay. So now relationship is automatically made. Now we have to identify or we have to check what is the relationship. So first you have to segregate your file. This one is your category first. This is your category 2 data. This is your category 2 data and this is your category 1. We don't want category 1 to be category 2, not to be connected. Okay, category 1 is separate, category 2 is separate. Now I'm going to this is the option here under the home tab, relationship to home tab. You have an option here, manage relationship, or you have an option here also. If you click on this home modeling, here also you have manage relationship. Okay, so you can click either anywhere. So suppose if I click here manage relationship, and you can see automatically detect the relationship this one. So now one by one you have to delete, one by one you have to delete, and now we are making one by one relationship. Right click and delete, select this, delete. Suppose if you have experience after suppose 2 or 3 years or 2 or 3 months, then you can perform, then you can make the relationship on this. You can make this relationship automatically. But I always suggest make the relationship with your own, because if you make the relationship, it is also increase your Power Query or that kind of task relationship. Click this and now delete. So now we don't have any relationship. Click close. And if you go into this Power Relationship tab, you can see all the lining are deleted. So this one is category one. For category one, we don't want to make relationship, because for category one, we have only one table, which is fact table. This is already a fact table. So if you have in data only fact table, then we don't want to make the relationship. But if you have fact table as well as dimension table, then you have to make the relationship. Okay, so relationship only when to make when you have two or more than two tables. You have to remember the task. Relationship only made when you have two or the more than two tables. Okay, so click on this manage relationship. For category one, we don't want to make the relationship. So click new. For category two, we have to make. So here you have to select, see, two option, two table. You have a two option. So select first, you have dimension table. Select second, you have fact table. This one is your fact table of the second part. Just a minute. Click on this transform. Why only one column is there? Fact HR data. See, only one column is there. I think it is not selected earlier. After the column, you can refresh and then load the data into Power BI. You can see now it's loading. Okay, so now you are going to manage relationship. So click on this new. First, you have to select your dimension table, and then in the below part, you have to select your fact table. And now you can see complete data will work. And now see, automatically connect the relationship. Power BI automatic, department to department, department to department, and relationship name is one to many. Guys, what is the one to many relationship and what is many to one relationship? Today we are discuss only two relationships. Total we have four. Total we have 1, 2, 3, 4 relationships. But today we are discussing only one to many or many to one. Why these two are option is useful. So guys, one to many means in the dimension table, okay, you have all the unique value. Okay, it means you don't have any duplicate value. So then the relationship is called as one. But in the fact table, you have a duplicate value. You can see FP&A, FP&A, and FP&A. So that's why relationship is called one to many. Understand, guys? One to many. Or any doubt you have? Why we use one to many? You can give me answer. Anyone who give me answer, let me check. Deep, you can give me answer. Why we use one to? What is one to many relationship? Tell me. Anyone? Mahinder, Deep, Ashwarya, Ashu, anyone?
Because in dimension table, they
Yeah, tell one by one.
In dimension table, we have only unique values.
Okay, right.
And in
fact
table, we have multiple values, so we can create the one to many relation.
Right. So always from dimension to fact, the relationship should be one to many. Okay. And now I'm going to reverse. Select fact table. Select dimension table. Now relationship is many to one, because connected from fact to dimension, it is a reverse relationship, which is called as reverse relationship many to one. So one to many and many to one, only the name is different, the task is same. Okay. Many to one always connect with fact to dimension. One to many connect with dimension to fact. You have to just reverse the data. Sometimes in your interview or question, the manager confuse you, or interview confuse you that what is the difference between one to many or many to one. Nothing is difference, only the inverted relationship is different. Like in the one to many relationship, we connect dimension to fact table, but in many to one, we connect fact to dimension table. That's the difference only. Otherwise, in the task or in the working criteria, nothing is different. Clear? Clear, or any doubt in mind? Any question related to relationship? So these
No,
two
but then
types of
why these two options are there? I mean, both are same. Definitely, in the long run, there would be some benefit. That's why one to many and many to one options are there. So is there any specific reasons for that, or
see,
it is just like
only as per me, when I learn this Power BI, as per me, I am also asking the same question, but they provide me sometime the person first attain the quality of first select the fact table and then select the dimension table. Then relationship will automatically like uncheck. Like in economics, if you see inverse relationship and positive relationship, nothing is different, but the relationship type is different. They connect with upper to down or down to upper. That's the same thing. So same way in Power BI as well as. Okay, because it's just a connectivity. Na? So either you can connect with fact to dimension or dimension to fact. Relationship name is different, task is same.
which is more hygienic? I mean, first we should keep fact table.
See, as per me, I always suggest you first you always correct the dimension table like this, and at the down you have to select always your fact table. I suggest you that way, because in the relationship, because see, if I don't want relationship with this manage relationship, click on this cancel and close. Suppose if I want to make the relationship with directly connected with this purpose. So what I am doing, click the dimension table in upper part, always arrange the dimension table, and this one is my fact table. And then one by one, if I arrange, you can see little bit. And now you can see in the gender table, you have this gender, select this gender to gender. If you select this gender to gender, you can see the one line is generated in just 1 second. You can see the one line is generated, which you see one to many, many to one. One means in unique value, many means multiple value. So one to many, or if you read this from here to here, so many to one. Okay, same way, like here is a department. Okay, so this one is department. You can drag and drop the department to department. Department to department is one to many or many to one. If you select here marital status, so this one, just drag and drop to the file. Marital status is also one to many, or skill level. Last you have skill level, this one. Select this skill level. See, like this way I am making the relationship always. First I arrange all the dimension table in the upper part, fact table in the lower part, and if you go into this manage relationship, you can see automatic 4 relationship will be there. Okay, so either you can connect with here, or either you can connect with directly from line to line. It is the same way. See, if you want to edit this one, I'm going to explain one by one. Click this on edit, because this one is edit. If you want to change, like here, the department column, suppose in this fact relationship, if you have 2 department column, department 1 and department 2, or you have production department or service department, like this you have 2 column, then from which department you have to select column. Okay, so this is depend on the whatever the condition you have to follow in your project. Suppose if in your project you are making the report on the basis of production department, then you can select production department to department. If in your project you can select service department, and suppose if you make the project on both the department, production and service, then you can select both the department. But if you select from any fact table to any dimension table, from two column to one department, then one relationship is active. Second one is not active. What is active and not active? Let me show you. Suppose this one is fact data, department of data is corrected, and you can see here check mark. Make this relationship active. Active means this relationship is automatically active in Power BI. And what is the use of this active? Suppose if you arrange the word as department-wise employees, if you calculated, this function is working, this criteria is working. But if you want, suppose another one, let me cancel, okay, this one. And now if I click on new, here I am selecting fact, and here I am selecting department, and you can see if I select another department to department, it is not connect. Why? It's showing me the error. There is already a relationship between these two columns, already a relationship. But if I want this relationship is inactive, so if I select, suppose, marital status to department, you can see many to one relationship is connected, but you cannot make this relationship as a active because this is not a correct relationship. You can uncheck this point, click on OK. You can see here the relationship is made. If I click close, you can see here in the backend, you can see this dotted line. This dotted line show you the relationship is made, but this dotted line show you that this relationship is not active relationship. And how to make this relationship active, which we discuss in the DAX function. Because in the DAX function, we have a one important DAX function, which is use relationship. Then this relationship will be inactive. Oh, sorry, inactive to active. But now we don't need, so I'm just clicking on this manage relationship, click on here and just delete this one. I don't want this relationship right now, but yes, for one case, I have made the two relationship, and let me show you how. See guys, this is your fact HR data is connected with your working criteria, one to many. All the relationship is one to many because all are the dimension table. This one is fact table, all dimension table connected with this fact table. So category 2 is connected and category 1 is separated because for category 1, we don't have any dimension table. So any doubt till now, or should I move further?
But from here, can't we connect these two tables with the CSV file table? Example,
these two tables.
All are in, these two tables can't be connected?
No, we can connect. But this is
because
category
here we can also see the department, and here also we can see the department.
See, we can connect, but we don't want, because this one is a separate table. Because see, I am going to teaching you two projects in one project. Two projects in one project, because all the data is related to HR. See, you can see here we have two types of data. One is in Excel form, one is in CSV form. But if you want to connect, you can connect. See, let me show you. Department, here is a department. Okay, if you select this department, so you can connect, nothing is worry, you can connect. See, automatically is connected. But we don't want. Why? Because we have already a fact table, and in this fact table we don't want to connect because category 2 is different, category 1 is different. If you connect the department, you can connect, because see, under this department, if I go to this, select this HR department, which is the first category. See, under this department, you have a different department. You can see total of 3 departments: human resources, research and development, and sales. Only 3 departments. But if you select, if you go to this data, HR fact data, here we have a different department. See.
Okay, so it will not help.
Here we have a different department. You can connect. Nothing is wrong. But if you connect a wrong, like different file to different file, it is not a correct visualization. You can connect. Relationship is not wrong. Relationship is good. But this visualization we have making on a different way. This visualization we are making on a different way. That's the way I'm going to separate this one, category 1 and category 2. Okay. So first dashboard in the first page, we are making as per first category wise. On the second page, we are making as per second category wise. Okay.
Based on the data, we need to connect. That's it.
Right? Yeah, basis on the data, right? Basis on the data, because see, dimension, right. Because if you match, click on this fact data, this one, under this department, you have FP&A, right click on this. So you have accounting, administration, central excise, like this kind of department. And if you click on this department option, dimension table, you can see all that department which is showing into this fact HR data. So as per data, you have to connect. Yeah, I will create nothing because this is another project. Okay, suppose if I create the join into this is little confusing for all of you. It is not easily understandable. I will create in other project. Okay, so now you have any doubt till now? Anyone?
Understood.
Done. Okay, so now the last fifth step. Okay, so relationship is done. It means up to the fourth step we are completed. So now we are going to make some visualization on this basis of this. So first page, this is I'm going to write as home page and for category 1. And here home page of category 2. And guys, see, this is your visualization pane. Everything does not matter in the background. What you do, okay? The main motive is to make your visualization interactive. Make your visualization like a way your visualization become a more interactive for your purpose. So for more interactive, you have see here under this visualization, you have almost here 30 plus visualization, but you have 250 plus visualization. Let me show you. But for this 250 visualization, guys, you need your official email ID. Without official email ID, you cannot do. Okay, because it will asking you to log in with email ID. Okay, suppose if I click on this right 3 dot, get more visual. If I click on this get more visual, so you can see the new visualization pane is open, and here you have lot of visualization. Okay, 250 plus 300 plus visualization. You can see lot of visualization you have. Down, little down. You can see all. Okay, so this kind of visualization you have. If you want to suppose filter visualization, so these are the filter criteria wise. Okay, these are the filter criteria wise visualization. If you want advanced analytical, this is your advanced visualization. So you can connect any of the visualization, but for this you have to connect with your official email ID only. KPI, you have multiple KPI report like 1, 2, 3. These are the card ultimate KPI report. And how to download? Click on this option, add into Power BI view. And when you add, you can see this lifestyle is added into your ultimate KPI card free. This is already added. Same way, click on this, get more visualization. Suppose if I want here as infographic. Okay, so click on this infographic. And if you download any other infographic, which is this one. Okay.
I think is it possible to download from Microsoft site itself and
Sorry?
to get added?
No, actually this one is from Power BI view. This one, these all are the Power BI portal, not in Microsoft Store. Okay, you have another option. Suppose if you have any visualization into your file, you can directly import that visualization also. Suppose if you download it from your server or any Google site, so you can import that visualization also. See, import custom visualization, import. So you have many more, like if you have already in your desktop or any other way. Suppose, let me show you. Suppose in this icon, I have this one option. So if I select open, so my this visualization, it is not added because it is JPG format. You have a different format you have to edit. Okay, so you can directly download from your any visualization from download. Otherwise, in this Power BI, you have lot of visualization. No need to download because I also don't download in my last 4 to 5 years. I'm all the working from here.
Okay,
HR data. Okay. See, you have this one, drill down donut chart. This one is something usable, which is little bit more interactive.
Why
Yeah, we need ID for this. You need official email ID.
Have IDs, right? We don't have
Yeah,
IDs, right?
You need official email ID. If you need to download this from Power BI account, then you need official email ID. It will asking you to log in with your Power BI official email ID or student email ID.
Okay, got it.
Okay. But see, there is also a lot of visualization, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 30 plus visualization. We don't need that much because we have all the charts, see pie chart, donut chart. This one is tree map, card chart, KPI, gate chart. This one is KPI, country chart. Okay, and this one is real chart. Yes.
We only need the email ID, and I found that if I use the email ID of the official, a mail goes to the official email. Anything extra we have to do if I want to do it on a personal laptop, not in the official desktop?
Yes, you can work on your official personal laptop as well as your official email ID. Because when you're working on this, see, this is my personal laptop now. I'm using. This is my personal laptop. So when I'm every time if I using, you can see here. Yesterday I think I'm logging with in front of you. So see, this is asking me account, which is Microsoft account. So click on this my official email ID, and you can see it will asking me a 6-digit code. You can see directly go into my server page, my company site page. Okay, and if I put it password here, so now it will asking me, this is my company web page. Okay, if I enter the code, then only I am able to log in. If I don't, and this code will in my phone also. Without phone, I cannot log in.
But still, the app is in your personal laptop, isn't it?
No. Yeah, this app is my personal laptop, right?
You only need the email ID.
No.
Yeah, only need your official
email. That company is having Power BI or this thing. Okay.
The company will get access. Otherwise, you cannot. Suppose if you open your official email ID, okay. So company also provide you the Power BI access. Then only you can log in.
See, without company has taken the license from Power BI.
No, without license also. Without license also you can. Without license also. It is not a license mandatory.
I mean, if the company has not provided me the access to the company Power BI, but I use the email ID of that, but they have the Power BI, is it okay?
Yeah, then it is okay. If they are used, suppose you are in which department, in which Power BI is working. So every company has a Power BI working email ID. So you can use that email ID also.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So guys, see, this is our visualization page. And for this, you have to format your page first. Suppose this is your page. Okay. So if you select this format tab here, so you have page information. Like select this page information. So you have home, which is a name, which is already cat home cat 2. Okay. Tooltip. This is a different step. I will tell you later. Page size. Page size. Generally, normal every developer or every Power BI consultant using this 16:9, which is default size. But if you want to change, you can just right click, change the size or custom size. Okay, you can change the file size also, page size. But generally we are using 16:9. This one is okay. Okay, so if you want to change the background, suppose background you can change in two ways. Either you can change by color or either you can change by a add image. Add image means, suppose if you click on this add, and if you want to add any image, like this way, click on open, transparency instead of fit, and now you can see the image is open. On this basis of you can make any report. Okay, so there is a two option. Either you can add any image or either you can add any color. Suppose I want, see, one more thing. Right now there is a theme. It is not a good theme. I don't want to use this theme. So click on this view tab. Under this you have lot of theme. Okay, so you can change any of the theme. Like this, it is already almost 20 to 25 theme. But if you want your change theme, almost something else theme if you want to change, so go to this browse theme. Either you can download the theme into your desktop or go to Google. You can directly write here Power BI theme. And see, you have different kinds of theme you have. Okay, and which color? Nothing. These are not the best color. Theme color coding. You can write it here. Theme color coding. This is the coding, a simple way you can download. Just a minute. Like this way. This is default city, park, classroom. This is color coding. Okay. Suppose if you want this color, sunset, so you can check, copy this, go to this Power BI, select any theme, customize current theme. Okay. So one by one, instead of here, you can write it, change the color, and you can see the color is automatically changed as per your Power BI. This one. Same way, copy this color to, paste it, apply. Like this way. If you want to change your personalized theme from Google. Okay. So like this way, you can change your color theme also. And you have a lot of theme, not only 8 or 9. If you Google lot of theme, you can switch over. Okay. So like this way, you can apply your theme. Suppose right now, if I move this blue theme, and if you check color coding, so you have all the blue theme. Okay. Now I'm going to select dark blue. You can see the dark blue color is ready for my page. If you move transparency a little low, you can move. Otherwise dark is good. Okay. So like this way, you can make any of the changes. Suppose the first thing, for every project, you have to make your first heading. Okay. For every project, you have to make your first heading. And like I am writing here, HR dashboard. Click here. You can write it something 20, white, bold. Select this background, you can switch off, and you can watch the HR dashboard heading is done. Like this. Okay. So first you have to put your heading, and for heading this option will be using new text box. Okay. So on this basis of you make your report, that complete visualization. Suppose if you're making in the left hand side, you can make left hand side, click on this border or shadow. So this way, like this. And see, if you want to change anything into your visualization, select this visualization, go to this formatting, border, you can change the border color. Suppose white. If I change the white, you can see the border color is changed. Also, you can use, like, click on this insert tab. There is an option of shapes. So you can use rectangle. This one is your option. Like this. Okay. Click on, you have to arrange the border as per border. You can switch on white, not white, dark blue, radius. Okay. Shadow. You can either shape, rounded. Now this one is good. Outline, fill. You can change the fill color. Suppose this one. Okay. And now place into upper part here. Like this, and you can see your HR dashboard will be ready for this. Just a minute. So like this way, you have to just formatting your task. Oh, sorry, it is deleted. Color black. Right click. Here we have option format. Send backward, and you can see like this way you have to make your heading or understanding. So make some formatting on this basis of, so you can make any visualization on this basis of. So tomorrow we will make some of the calculation and make the complete first part of visualization related to category 1, and then second day category 2, and final day we are done with some advanced analytic. Then on the third day we can complete this project on Friday. Okay, so any doubt you have, you can ask me till now. Otherwise we will close the session and continue with tomorrow.
It's okay.
Done? Okay. Thank you guys for tomorrow. So we will meet tomorrow again for the next part of
reference file.
Sorry?
Please send the reference file which you used.
Yeah, definitely. I will send it to you just after some time. Okay, I will send it to you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining, and